we are back again with another Deconstructed. Awesome. So I was working on an EP for 3 days. It was in a strange place mentally with life, and I needed to channel some positive energy into music. I wanted to make sounds that would kind of ground you. I threw 5 tracks together, released it on my birthday, and got a lot of positive reception from it. A lot of people really liked it, and I asked if you guys wanted to see a breakdown. Here's the results right here. I think Super Yee won, so I'm gonna show you guys how I did this. So the first song, Why Did We Let Go? Let's just start from the top here. We have a beautiful patch from Analog Lab. It kind of repeats, and then I believe that it changes a little bit here. Just added a top layer right there. Got a really cool sound that I have no idea what it is. Another Analog Lab. An EQ and Supermassive. Probably just found a preset, you know, just playing with stuff. This automation clip right here makes this louder over time. Some really cool drums. For those drums, I use this. So it's a cat drum pad, built-in sounds to it. With no effects, it sounds like this. So I wanted to break it really bad. I don't know, because like the drums aren't perfectly in sync, like in quantized. Decapitators where the fun comes in. It just breaks it, completely breaks it. Play you this real quick and then we'll go right over it. The same analog patch from before, new analog patch right here. Add in texture. We have this analog lab patch. Bass, we just have an EQ, saturation knob, flanges. So under all of those beautiful things, we have this. I just wanted to mumble some words, some feeling, nothing. It's just the decapitator that makes it. This is a fantastic plugin. It can turn like a one shot into tired pad. It's crazy. Down here, it's the drums, just like a little fill that I was doing. I recorded like a 2-minute drum take over the entire thing, like found the pieces that I liked and without effects on it. You just gotta make it explode. I wanted the EP to gradually grow. Chord progressions, sounds, textures. I wanted it to be like a cinematic experience. Different drum pattern from somewhere else along the line of the drum take that I did. I am not a drummer by any means. No effects. It's not perfect timing at all. Throw some effects on it real quick. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's what that looks like. I needed some sort of texture, so I just found like the weirdest sound that I could, put a delay plugin on it. In context. I added Valhalla Supermassive to the vocal chain to give it like a never-ending delay. That is how track 1 was done. Track 2, It's Never Coming. I want to thank Shandi for adding a monologue to the song that it really needed.
Hey, I decided to leave this here so if you ever wanted to come back home, you'd be able to find your way. I know it's selfish for me to have tiptoed in these lust-filled loafers for as long as I have, and for that I apologize.
Analog Lab go-to plugin for me. one giant pattern of me just freestyling on the piano. A really important thing for me in this EP is I wanted it to feel as organic as possible. For one of the first times, I just played the whole piano and I didn't quantize anything. Quantize, for people who don't know, is you would take the note like this and snap it to the grid and make it like perfectly on time. Let's break down Shandi's vocals real quick.
I decided to leave this here, so if you ever wanted to come back home.
It is essentially my vocal chain with an effect rack on it by Sound Toys on this Liquid Vibe. I have no idea what Primal Tap does. It does something. I know I make fun of EQs all the time. It's different because I had an effect rack in front of it, so don't kill me. Another effect rack with a spank and slap, which kind of gives it that like kind of like the Euthanasia slap delay thing we were going for before. I didn't know that he was gonna do dubs, which was cool. They're just whisper takes, so I distorted them a lot. And then there's another one that he did where he just kind of layered like the last word.
I know it's selfish for me to have tiptoed in these less filled.
This down here is one of my favorite parts of the whole song. Learn how to play guitar. Shout out Neiman Taylor. Chords are difficult. Just playing one notes, like little things like that, fun. Nothing on the guitar. THU Slate, which is essentially guitar rig, EQ, and delay. Use delay all over this project, and it's free. Originally, this song was going to be an interlude that I was going to throw on maybe a future project of mine. I sampled my own vocals over here. If I'm being completely honest, I was mumbling all of that, just finding a cool cadence. After Shandi sent his stuff back, I kind of decided I want to mumble a little bit of a verse on it. At the very end, you have this new guitar here. I did it different. Boom, second song, It's Never Coming. Let's move on to song 3. Of course, there's delay on it. Then moving on to this bass line. This little thing. Delay with third note. Then I wanted to find a really weird sound to kind of bring the atmosphere, bring it to a really weird place where you didn't know what was coming next. And originally that sound is this. Transmutator preset. I don't know, made it crazy. Shout out Jordan Peterson. I needed a speech that was like uplifting. Found one of his speeches, like a 20-30 minute speech, condensed it into these, which I thought sounded the coolest.
How much of that was turning a blind eye?
You can hear there's literally like background, like something's playing.
How much of that was turning a blind eye?
Piano chords. And then a higher pitch piano. This specific quote resonated very well with me. This quote alone is one of my favorite parts of the whole project.
The absence of your full being in the world leaves a hole that is filled by terrible things.
Track 3, Absence. Track 4, The Red Door. No idea where the name came from. I just named the project file Red Doorway. It is personally my favorite track on the project. The song starts like immediately, like abruptly, which is really cool. I don't really do that too often. I love me some synths. But we come back to that one later. All together. Here. Okay, so one of my favorite parts about the song is I sampled my own voice again, and it's like there throughout the entirety of the track. One for me, you need for me. Whenever I sample like my own voice, you never have to like sing above and beyond because you're just gonna break it with effects anyways later down the line. Foreman shifted it up and it turned into this. And then all together. Such a beautiful little part right there. This is another one of my favorite parts from it. Bass kind of like dun 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 dun. My vocals kind of follow it. In between that first part and the second part, there's silence, so I added this. 1, 2, 3, go. So the 1, 2, 3, go has a space modulator on it, which throws it to the left and right ears in stereo, so there's nothing down the middle. And I automated the space modulator to come back to the middle, so it's like 1, 2, 3, go, right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, go. This thing right here, we changed it up a little bit. It's on top of it. And then this is where I sing on the project. This is the only song where like I actually have a verse.
I just wanna walk around, faded downtown, do it for myself. Who's around now? Who's around now?
These are the hi-hats, okay? There's a lot of them.
I can do it for you, I can do it for me. Love is make believe, so I don't trust no fear.
And then the next part of the song, I sampled what I did in the beginning. Added a rim shot. I have it say, you stare and ask what you, and then the sample says, want from me.
Stare and ask what you.
The red door broke down for you. Now let's get into the final track. Oh God. Did you do it? I wanted to address everything that I'd composed in the last 4 songs in a monologue for this song. Very basic synths. Nothing crazy, just like a little something for like a background. You could throw this in like a movie, it would sound dope. Found this bass, automated it to make the LFL just a new synth at the end. So for my vocals on this, I wanted them to sound different.
Told me tomorrow was my last day.
It sounds like a little distorted, kind of weird. An effect track is where the magic happens. That's the devil pipe that makes it sound real dope. Some of the words that I wanted to be more prominent in the monologue, I threw some crazy effects on them. Valhalla space modulator with a drum preset on it. I don't know why, but it sounded sick. So when both the vocals hit,
We're alive.
put the main vocals on that for the end of the song, so we'll just play the end of the song real quick.
Are you doing it? Did you want to do it? Or did you just do it because you felt you had to?
That is Floating on Air, an EP by Sebastian. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to the EP as much as I enjoyed creating the EP. It was really fun to do, really different, wanted to step out of my comfort zone. If you guys have any more questions, you want to see certain songs more deconstructed, other songs in my discography, just comment below. It was a whole lot of fun to do, so thank you guys once again. We'll catch you next time.